afternoon, it's Mel here from Success on Purpose for my 4 o'clock live. And the topic I've chosen to speak about today is, are you busy? I know that it is a common thing in our society. We've become human busy doings rather than human beings. And I had my workshop yesterday morning with some beautiful business women. Hey Daniel, how are you, mate? How you going? Hey Richard. And it was just absolutely incredible. Hey, hello gorgeous Kate, how are you? Oh, and yeah, we just had the most amazing morning. It was just absolutely mind-blowing. I'm still buzzing. And it was just so clear about how we just get caught up in things. And I realised how much I've changed actually, and I suppose that's what I wanted to share today. And so I just want to give some tips really on how to manage busyness. I'll take you back to, don't even know what year it was, but it was when I was working on the wards. I was working in bone marrow transplant at the Royal Melbourne, and I'll answer that in a minute, Dale. I can't. I'm just going to tell them a little story. I was at the Royal Melbourne Hospital in bone marrow transplant, and it was pretty high acuity. You know, we've got the sickest patients with leukemias and having bone marrow transplants. And basically what I say is we would obliterate their bone marrow so they're just absolutely depleted, and then bring them back to life is what I would say. And they would get incredibly sick. And every day and it was so busy, it was absolutely crazy. And every day I would get up and I'm like, right, I'm going to have the best day today. I'm so positive. And then I would get to work and it would just go like this. It was just horrible. But every day I'd get up again. Right, no, this is going to be the best day ever. It's going to be great. And then, hey, how you going? And then we'd be going along, and then, oh my God. And these leukemics, they would just get so sick so quickly, and they were incredibly young, and we would, you just had to be absolutely on the ball. And when I look back, and I was exhausted. It was a massive time. I worked on this unit for 1 year. The staff were absolutely incredible. The patients were amazing, but the work was just incredibly overwhelming. It was, a lot of people were dying as well, and they were young, and it was incredibly stressful. And I did it for a year. And what I realised was every morning I was being so positive about, having the best day, but I wasn't actually doing anything about that to create the best day for myself. I wasn't managing myself. I wasn't managing my energy. I wasn't helping myself. I was just hoping and praying for the day to work out okay. So I want to share some tips today because I'm in such a different space now. But what I realised is that I was very much in my adrenals. I was really quite stressed, and also we had to work lots of night duties and things like that. So you're working morning shift, afternoon shift, night duty. So you're just absolutely all over the shop. And I realised now that I was incredibly stressed, and so my adrenals were going. So what happens is you're in that sort of busyness energy, and so I'd get up in the morning, be so positive, but I would be already running around crazy at home before I even got to work. So I'm in this busyness sort of energy. So what happens then? I just attract more busyness. Then I attract more chaos. So although I had this intention, I'm going to have the best day ever, it's going to go really well. Well, I wasn't doing anything I wasn't taking responsibility for myself or my state to allow myself to feel more peaceful, so that then I attracted more peace and more flow in my life. And how this came up for me is I realised on Tuesday I had a busy day, and I'm not being into being busy anymore because I just find it's quite unproductive. You're all over the shop, and then sometimes you feel like you're nowhere. And I had one of those days where I went from 7:30 in the morning till about 10:30 at night, and I was just on the go all day. And I went into a bit of fear, and I'm like, oh my God, what's going on with me? I'm just attracting so much busyness. And then I started to feel tired on Tuesday night, and I thought, oh my God, is this how my week's going to go? I don't know if I can cope with this. I'm not used to it. I used to thrive off it. I used to do it all the time, but I don't anymore. So then I thought, oh my God, how's this week going to go? Am I going to get through it? But then what happened is I woke up Wednesday morning and I actually felt really good. And I was like, oh, hang on, what's happened here? I thought I was going to be so stressed, so overwhelmed, but I didn't. And then I realised the reason why is because that I actually manage my state now. So you can have like a really busy day one day, but it doesn't mean it has to accumulate into the next and the next and the next, because I actually manage myself every morning now, and I do deep breathing. I set my intentions for the day. And what I do is I set my day up really gently, really slowly now and enjoy it. And then I find that the day just proceeds like that, rather than getting up, running around like a crazy person and then just attracting more and more of that. So it's been, a really, really good week, just to realise, I suppose, how much I changed and how I have changed, and how much it's the little things that have the biggest impact. And this is what I shared yesterday at the workshop. Busy business owners with children, families, trying to do everything, and just making it really simple and giving them some new habits and actions to work on, to then create more calm and ease in their life, and get out of this busyness cycle where you just become so unproductive, and you're really on that roller coaster. And so it's slowing down, and I shared this story yesterday. It's about slowing down, which is like when you're on a bike and you actually change the gears. So you go up a gear and you move, what am I trying to say? You move a bit slower, but the bike moves, you move your legs slower at a slower pace, and the bike goes further. But when you've got it in a very low gear, you're going around crazy trying to move the bike and actually not going as far. So it's actually about slowing down to then speed up, and things just have more flow and fall together during the day. So the 3 things that I wanted to share today that are incredibly powerful is, the first one is to set an intention every morning. And I did set an intention way back when, praying to God, please can I have a positive, calm day? But I was actually quite unspecific about it, and I wasn't taking any action behind that to create more calm and positivity within myself. And the reason why we set an intention every day is because it activates our reticular activating system, which is a place in the brain that is our gatekeeper, that brings in all this, that filters through what information that's going on in our day that it will take in. So when you set an intention, then you allow the reticular activating system to bring you the information that you need to fulfill that intention for the day. So it's something very simple but incredibly powerful to drive you towards achieving that intention for the day. The second thing is to do deep breathing. It is just, I can't even explain the benefits of it. The number one thing we need in life is oxygen. When we're busy, what do? We breathe from here. We breathe from our chest. We don't take, hey gorgeous, we don't take in enough oxygen. And it's the one thing, it costs us nothing, and it's got this beautiful inbuilt system to activate our parasympathetic nervous system, which is our relaxation response. I wish someone had taught me this. I had shocking anxiety. I wish someone had taught me when I was, 6. Would have been great. And I'm so blessed to get to work with little people now, and it's fantastic. But yeah, the power of deep breathing cannot even, I don't even like to use that word meditation, because then people make judgments and go, oh, I can't meditate, I can't calm my mind. And so then they think I'm not doing it well, so sabotage it and then just stop. So I'm not about meditation as such, but I'm all about deep breathing, taking deep breaths. When you take a deep breath, you stretch your vagus nerve down in the bottom of your stomach. It sends a message to your brain to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. So you start to go into that relaxation response, because most of the time we live in our sympathetic, which is our stress response. and that's where that busyness, adrenals comes from, and then you just attract more crazy stuff in that path. And what was the other thing? Oh, that's right. I was just going to share. They loved this yesterday, so I thought I'll share it with you all. I was listening to some Mel Robbins mindset reset over the Christmas break, and she spoke about having environmental stimuluses. So it's just something in your environment that inspires you and gives you some positive energy and helps transform your day, I suppose, from it plummeting into, some craziness, and also to support yourself and have some, allow you to be energized throughout the day, and rather than waiting for crisis situations to help, when you've got to really pump yourself up. So the environmental stimulus that I came up with is I've made 2 mugs. I'm going to show you. This is at my desk in my office. It'll be backwards for you. I've made 2 of these. There's one at my desk at home and one here. And it says, I believe in you. So I have this on my desk, and I've got out my my textures, drew on it, as you can see. And it says, I believe in you. And I have it there so that when I get up and go into the office and I see that, and then I just feel, and I just laugh and smile, and just makes me feel happy for this, to start the day. And then it's when I walk in the office here and I see it and I just have a little giggle. And the funniest thing about that is also, I thought I accidentally, but now I think, well, perhaps purposefully, I spelt believe wrong. And I thought, oh, goodness me, I've spelt believe wrong. Oh, you duffer. And I thought, I have to do it again. And then I thought, you know what? No, I'm going to leave it like this because I'm perfectly imperfect. And so that spurs me on as well and makes me laugh, because for me, it's not about perfection. Because if you go for perfection, you end up sabotaging, procrastinating, and you don't get anywhere, you don't do anything. So I'm all about taking action, being perfectly imperfect, and just having a go. Hence my Facebook Lives, and I'm in my gym gear. I had Pilates today, and just showing up and being me. Really, that's all I can do. So they're the 3 things I wanted to share today. If you can do that, set your intention every day and deep breathe and put some environmental stimulus around just to pep you up, then it can really change the outcome of your day. Because being positive alone is not enough. We have to have actions behind that. Activewear, yeah, that's the word. Thanks, Daniel. So that's what I wanted to, just share today. It's been an amazing week. I'm so grateful. And I just did a bit of a speech earlier at my beautiful business networking group, and was very vulnerable. I just shared my gratitude with them, and I've been there for nearly 5 years, and wrote this beautiful testimonial to them all, and just cried. And I'm feeling a bit whacked out from that, I must be honest. But it was so beautiful. So I'm going to go now. Hey Kate, how are you? Gorgeous. How lucky you had the computer on when I had popped up. Oh, you're gorgeous. I needed your message today. Thank you. Oh, mwah. Pleasure, gorgeous. Pleasure. It's the simple things in life that add up. It's just about consistency and and starting to put ourselves first. So on that note, if anyone wants to do more work and learn how to put themselves, I have these half-day workshops. I do 7 steps for permission to receive, and they are incredibly powerful. The people are just amazing, and the safe space that everyone contributes to, and the vulnerability and the support is just incredible. So if you want to come, let me know. I'll send you a link. I'm off to Brisbane next week, which would be great. I've got a couple of speaking gigs, and I'm doing 7 steps for permission to receive up there on Friday in Murray, which I'm really looking forward to. I did it in September last year, and so going back there and catching up with some family and friends, it's going to be incredible. And thanks, gorgeous. So have a great weekend, everybody, and just remember, fill yourself up. and give out your overflow. Mwah! Love you all. Bye.